knowledge. We've been on these streets since the year 1969, trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true culture. Now, understand, our culture isn't just how we do things, it's how we interact with the world around us. Meaning how we look at society and the things in society in adverse to us. How we look at our place and the place of other things in relation to us, right? Now, the title of this class is What is Idol Worship? Now, I'm speaking this way because that's the point. We're a race of people that coined the idea of the sun is useless to me when I'm being stuck up. Like imagine an Israelite who understands the truth and saying, and having somebody tell you, I worship the sun. How's the sun gonna help you if I pull out a piece and say, give me all your money? I worship the moon. How does the moon protect you from your enemies? Right? What guy? Okay, let's do a better one. Because what's called, you'll probably say, my magic sky daddy, quote unquote, can't save me, right? What wisdom has the sun actually given you? Has the sun told you what the sun is good for? Has the moon told you what the moon is good for? Right? And that's the point. We were people that looked at things and said, they may be great, they may have a purpose, but that, like, I'm going to pray to wind. The wind is my God. Like, this is something that people believe. We can pray to the spirit of wind. Okay? Yam and Mat are the gods. They don't talk about them because of the hero, Baal. But Yam, the sea, was a god to the Canaanites and the people of that region. Right? Now, give me Wisdom of Solomon 14:1. At the stage. Yeah. So lucky y'all was off for a second. Let us know in the chat. Give us a one in the chat if you could hear us. Yes. All right. God damn it.
All right. This, not touch this. If you don't touch this, it's not gonna happen. Here. If you wanna open, you gotta open it from here. All right. Go back here.
Okay, give us 1 sec, y'all. Okay, as I was saying, so as the scripture says, surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of the Most High, meaning ignorant of the power. Meaning what? What are they ignorant of? They don't understand that there is a basis for your belief. Like there is a basis for people really believe some deity came through and said, the earth looks dry. Rain, and every time the earth gets dry, there's rain. You're ignorant, right? And you're vain. You think like a human does. You think because when we see something and we have need, we have to do it. We have to go and do it at that time. But God's smarter than you. God developed something that existed that didn't come into existence for humans for a long time. Maybe there's some ancient version, but God created what's called an assembly line. God was smart enough and wise enough to create systems. Salakia, sir, I just noticed that. I don't know. God created what's known as systems, right? The water cycle, right? Idiots believe that a rain god just comes and says it's dry, or the angel of death is gonna touch you on the hand. Like this isn't a systematic organization. We serve a God of order over here.
Right.
You're ignorant of God, so you believe anything. Keep going.
Come. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of God.
People are ignorant by their very nature. Those who are ignorant of God. Keep going.
And could not out of the good things that are seen. Know him that is.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Break it down.
And could not out of the good things that are seen.
Not out of the good things that are seen, right?
Know him that is.
Know him that is. So what is he saying?
If I take a wild guess, I'll say, sir, that most people don't know the good works that the Lord do.
Give me a little more.
Because it is, most people are like vain, so they don't see past like the works that the Most High does as far as like elements.
Okay.
And nature and everything like that.
And could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is. What does he mean by out of the good things that are seen? I'll help you. This is Psalms. Con, what you gonna say?
No. Go ahead. Sir.
Con. Psalms 14:1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt.
Right.
They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. Verse 2. What man is he talking about? The Most High looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek the power. Right?
Okay.
Now, what's this talking about? Hold up.
Yeah.
You see, okay, because there's many different ways you can slice this. You saw Egypt be destroyed,
right,
and questioned Moses. honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be the first. I'm a coward in the sense of I fear the sunset. Do you know how beautiful and magnificent a sunset is?
Come.
I believe something powerful created that.
Yeah.
And as powerful and magnificent as that is, he can be as equally as threatening and terrifying. I fear that, man. Nigga, you saw water turn to blood and saw babies not wake up in the morning.
Come.
And you gonna continue to question the man who made an earthquake come and swallow up all the other niggas that was talking about him. Yes. Understand, he was doing miracles, made the greatest country on earth look stupid. Men looked at him and said, I don't know if you're actually the one we should be following. Okay, no sweat. God will show you who you need to follow. The earth opens up and they get swallowed. You still question this, man. Read that verse from the top.
Come. Slavic. Verse 1. Surely vain, Slavic. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1. Surely vain are all men by nature.
Surely vain are all men by nature. These men did not want to have to listen to Moses. Moses was telling you, sex is now marriage. There is no more hookup culture. We will hook you up to some stones. You think that's this funny? Right? Keep going.
Come. Who are ignorant of God and cannot out of the good things that are seen.
No.
Know him that is.
Yeah. You saw Egypt. You saw Babylon. You saw the destruction of this place and that place. You saw Christ. Understand. Like, this isn't a game. Jesus walked the earth. People saw Jesus.
Right.
People were looking for Jesus and saw Jesus and got him assassinated, executed.
A felon. A fugitive.
Right.
So
well, fugitives run. Christ never ran.
Yeah, right.
But felon still counts. Read that last part.
Come. Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the work master.
Christ literally said that out of his own mouth. If you believe not me, at least believe the works. Right? Ye believe me not, at least believe the works. I'm paraphrasing. This is why blasphemy is a terrible sin. That's very disrespectful. You know who God is? Like, understand, God is you. And you care about one room in your house and one group of ants because you really like these ants. One ant stubbed their toe, right? What the equivalent of an ant stubbing their toe to you, right? You go out your house to help this one little ant. That's how you are to God. Nah, the human don't exist. Don't you know what to call? I'm an atheist. There is no humans. Humans don't exist. I just healed myself. It's science. You see how that might sound a little insulting to the ant, to me? I stopped whatever the hell I was doing in life. I'm a human to help an ant. Be a little grateful to the Most High in His word. Verse 2.
Come, verse 2.
And instead of acknowledging me, acknowledging God, keep going.
But deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars.
So what?
Or the circle of the stars.
Letting you know that even in the past we knew the stars were circle. Balls. Pause. Keep going.
Or the violent water.
As I spoke before, the Baal worshippers. Baal killed Yam. which is deceit. I've been looking into all that whole mythology and all that. That's what's believed. But all killed Yah. They used to worship the ocean. Because remember, that's the coast. Keep going.
Come. Or the lights of heaven.
The lights of heaven, the stars. Or, no, the sun and the moon. The circles of the stars is the stars. The lights of heaven is the sun and the moon. The Bible tells you that. Come, keep going.
Come. Or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world. Verse 3.
Yeah, y'all choose everything but wisdom to govern you. Because that's what's really happening here. We'd rather be ruled by a golden calf than a man who's going to give us instructions that's going to give us non-existent STD rates.
Yeah.
I can't do what I want with that, though. I'll never have to worry about a burning feeling. But yeah, I'll never get to live out my sick, evil fantasies. So, keep going.
Verse 3. With whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods.
Just like Eve, she saw that it was good for meat, and she ate it. With whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods. They liked the way this man spoke, Bayan, so they made him God.
Right.
They made him the God of them. Right? God in the Hebrew just means power. They're an authority. Isn't that funny?
Okay.
They lifted this man up as a God and an authority. Keep going.
Come. Let them know how much better the Lord of them is.
Keep going.
For the first author of beauty had created them.
Meaning what? I created, like y'all so enamored by this idiot. I created the idiot. I created whatever simplicity. Like I said, y'all worshiping the water, the violet water. God created it. I understand the violet water is very scary. Right? Somebody was talking about they renting boats from Miami to Cuba, and people are like, yeah, I'm not trying to be in that. That's only 60 miles, but I'm not trying to do all that. I hear you. The water is a very scary place. I'm not worshiping it though. Like how I look worshiping water, and like I said, how is water gonna help me if I'm getting my behind whipped by the police?
Okay, cool.
Even if it start raining, the police just gonna beat my behind in the rain.
That's that situation.
Oh, God is crying for me. That's the best you got? Like, come on. Keep going.
Come. Verse 4. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, let them understand by them how much mightier he is that made them.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Y'all made this. Put Donnie up. Yeah, y'all made this idiot y'all leader, right?
Yikes.
And then
Spooky.
what's it called? Jennifer Hyman said that looked just like Jeffrey Epstein, the nigga you see on. I personally don't see it that way, but yeah. Notice, not a non-white face in that picture. Yeah, there is not a non-white face in that picture. And you just see the whole thing, the whole imagery is like, God bless America. Like, he wants to be your savior.
Riveting.
Okay, hold up. Give me verse 10.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 10. But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope.
Their hope?
in debt.
Yo, Salakia, understand. How old are you? Like roughly.
34, sir.
Salakia, Officer Yatazar, I know you're a bit older than me. You were able to vote both times for Bush, right? Vote both. Yeah, well, no. I mean, like, you were in the age group.
Yeah, never voted in my life.
Most high try to give the brother a hand for that. Yatazar been in this truth basically since the 90s. But clarify, meaning basically to say you're an adult and abreast of world politics during his entire both terms, right? His entire 8 years. I'm gonna explain something to you. I don't know how familiar you are with foreign policy and foreign politics. There's this cat, the leader of a foreign nation. They call him Bibi. Have you heard of him? His exact name, his real name is Netanyahu. For the last 30 years since he's been in power, he's literally had a stage show outside the White House, outside Congress, basically with the same song, same one-hit wonder. The Iranians got nukes. The Iranians got nukes. They will be able to attack us in a week. Understand, Bill Clinton had to deal with this. George Bush had to deal with this. Barack Obama had to deal with this. Joe Biden had to deal with this. All of them were smart enough to say, if you've been telling Bill Clinton outside his office with a bullhorn, you have a week left to live for the last 30 years, you know what you remind me of? And you, what's it called? Sorry, sir, you know what that reminds me of? Jamaica Avenue. We're going out of business, $40 in the bag, everything must go. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, Jamaica Avenue is a famous place, what's called in the black part of Queens, where basically, supposedly, all the Air Maxes and Jordans are like half off because it's the last day that the store is going to be open. It's been the last day that store is going to be open since I was a child. Donald Trump believed that it was the last day that the store was going to be open. And bought a fire set. He bought the store. Every other cat was smart enough to say, okay, Billy, okay, Netanyahu. Yeah, they coming. They got the nukes ready for y'all. The bunch of sand idiots that we make fun of all the time, because they're completely inept in an actual fight. Yeah, okay, they got nuclear weapons and they're aiming it at you. Okay, no sweat. Trump believed that. That's who's Jesus. The image of Jesus is this idiot. Read that from the top, verse 10.
Calvin Khan, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 10. But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope.
Yo, MAGA is actually at war right now. Like all of them, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson are all talking like, yo, Donald Trump's going crazy. And it's gotten on Donald Trump's nerves so bad, he literally wrote hit pieces. Understand, the president of the United States is at home watching CNN, watching Fox News, and is saying, yeah, I question the president, This is my, understand, this is my right as an American citizen to be able to say, understand, this is, do you know who you're criticizing? I don't believe a sitting president is a goddamn citizen. Donald Trump said that. But holy crap, they're questioning my motives. I must go on cruise suffer. Candace Owens is a lunatic. What's it called? Tucker Carlson's mad he lost his show. I'm like, yeah, you're saying stuff everybody knows, but this is just hilarious to watch. Read that from the top one last time.
Come, verse 10. But miserable are they.
You know what else is miserable? The farmers who lost all their undocumented workers. Now Nebraska, the state of Nebraska is in debt. Understand, a state is in debt because y'all tried to call ICE to get out their workforce. A slave workforce that was not trying to get free.
Great.
Understand, you got a slave workforce that is protesting to stay in slavery. Y'all some miserable people. Keep going.
Come. And in dead things is there hope.
Y'all hope is in ice. So they can get rid of the people that pick your strawberries. Because, I mean, what y'all gonna do? Pick the strawberries so the strawberries can be like $50 a strawberry? Because you think a white man's gonna take anything less than 401k. Good luck with that. Keep going.
Slakia. Who called them gods?
What?
Who called them gods?
Keep going.
Which are the works of men's hands.
Donald Trump was created by the system. Right? Donald Trump isn't self-built. Donald Trump was funneled money by his father. His father used him. That's a good way to get out of taxes. Put it through your son.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's how they got out of taxes. Right? And he used that leverage to lie and say, I made this on my own. Right? You know, it's also very, very sick and funny. I'm not going to say too much because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with rats like that, that's what you do. You point at him for doing the same thing you do. Wait, he's got his hands behind his back while we're making the deal. No, but you're like this at the same time. He's got his fingers crossed behind his back while we're doing the deal. Hey, he's so messed up. When you're dealing with white people, you got to do that. No one else did Hunter. Hunter got emails talking about, why do I got to pay all Joe Biden's bills? Because you wouldn't be a millionaire if people didn't need to speak to your daddy through you. It's illegal to say, hey, Mr. Vice President, can I pay you for a bribe? But if I happen to, I'm serious. But if I happen to hire your son that everybody knows is an idiot and shouldn't even have this job and give him way too much money for grants and other business things to go through, that's good for me. But now Hunter's in emails like, why do I got to give Pops about 2/3 of the $10 million that I got for basically doing nothing but being his son? Donald Trump is mad because he got the same deal. Y'all put y'all faith in dead things. Sometimes I look at Hunter Biden and I'll be like, that nigga has a chance to be president. Like, give it another 10, 15 years. Hey, man, have you seen the Hunter tape?
Nah, sir, I didn't see it. I heard about it, sir.
There's a tape of him with a scale.
Right.
Like, he has the phone like this with the cigarette in his mouth. He turns the camera around, and you see just the scale full of crack cocaine. And then, to be cute, people usually take the video of Joe Biden in '93. Like, if you even have let me see if I got a quarter. If you even have, this is a nickel, but you even have this much crack cocaine on you, and they show his son with all the crack cocaine, you're going away for the rest of your life. They found cocaine in the White House when he was staying there.
Right. Yeah.
Read that from the top.
Con. But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope.
Y'all hope is in a cat who made fun of a Sleepy Joe. Now every other second, yeah, the president was asleep at this meeting, Trump was asleep at this meeting. Keep going.
Okay. So like, who call them gods, which are the workers of men's hands.
The works of men's hands. Joe Biden, they lied their behinds off that man was fit for office. Somebody should honestly be in jail for that. You know who else? Bill Clinton. They built that man up, gave him a saxophone. Yeah, you're going to make history, Bill. I'm telling you, this won't destroy your career. You're going to make history, Bill. You want the black vote, right? Yes. You're going to make history. This won't destroy your career. Just say you didn't inhale. And he got the black vote. Notice except for Trump, and I think Biden, every president has admitted to weed. The works of men. They know what to say. Y'all find the black. I want to, the next black caucus, I'm going to come down there with a basketball and I'm going to just toss it to them niggas. I want to see who actually picks up the ball and be like, yo, who got 5? I want to see if they literally scoured for the only black dude, Obama, they could find that could actually dribble a basketball in Congress. The hands of the workmen, which are the works of men's hands. They found the right man for the job to swindle the people.
Sure.
Donald Trump is just such a lunatic. He walked past the bathroom mirror and said, "That's me." Keep going.
Come on, gold and silver.
He's so rich. He's a businessman. He's going to make the right decisions. What? There's a deadly virus killing everybody? I expect you at work. That was a great idea, making the boss in charge of the country. When you're sick, he expects you at work, and everybody's shocked that he expects you at work. I'm like, really? You expected a businessman, a boss, to say, oh, you're sick? Well, I expect everybody to just stay home and not work. That's my bottom dollar.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Come. To show our end.
Keep going.
And resemblances of beast or a stone good for nothing. The work of an ancient hand. Verse 11.
Stop. Hold on 1 second. Meaning what? Y'all gonna make this image and it's basically useless. This image is useless. It's gonna be some bird. It's gonna be some dragon, right? But at the end of the day, it's useless. Keep going.
Come. Verse 11. Now a carpenter that felleth timber after he had sawn down a tree,
right,
meet for the purpose, and taken off all the bark skillfully round about, and had wrought it handsomely, and made a vessel thereof fit for the security of men's life. Verse 12.
right.
And after spending the refuse of his work to dress his meat, hath filled himself and taken the very refuge among those which served to no use, being a crooked piece of wood and full of knots, had curved it diligently.
Now drop that. Okay, what? Hold up. Give me verse 14. So now this shipbuilder, built himself a ship, and then he goes on. Give me verse 13. I'm sorry.
So like verse 13.
Come.
And taking the very refuge amongst those which serve to no use.
Right. Meaning the pieces that he didn't need to build his ship. Keep going.
Being a crooked piece of wood and full of knots.
Right.
Had carved it diligently when he had nothing else to do, and formed it by the skill of his understanding.
Now stop. When he had what?
Formed it by
when he had carved it diligently
when he carved it diligently when he had nothing else to do.
He was bored.
Right.
Keep going.
Come. And formed it by the skill of his understanding, and fashioned it to the image of a man. Verse 14.
Keep going.
Sloppy. Verse 14. Or made it like some vile beast, lying it over with vermilion,
like scarlet silk.
Come. And with paint, coloring it red, and covering every spot therein.
Keep going.
Verse 15. And when he had made a covenant, convenient room for it, set it in a wall and made it fast with yarn.
With iron.
Iron.
Right. He nailed it down.
Verse 16. For he
stop. Drop down. Verse 17.
Verse 17. That make it he prayed for his.
Well, Salaki, give me verse 16. Just finish it off. Yeah.
Come. Verse 16. For he provided for it that it might not fall, knowing that it was.
Wow, you realize what it said, or knowing that it was unable.
Okay,
Salaki, U's and V's are
knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is.
Read that again.
Knowing that it was.
Read 16 from the top.
Verse 16. For he provided for it that it might not fall, knowing that it might.
No. Just keep going. No, you're doing it right. What's that first word? Knowing what?
Knowing that.
What?
Knowing.
Why is that important?
Because he's conscious of what he's doing.
Right.
Come, slap.
That's what truly makes it evil.
Right.
Keep going.
Come. Knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is an image and had needed of help.
And have need of. What is he saying? You're worshiping something that's beneath even you. That's like Jay-Z asking me for money. That's literally what that is. You asking me, like, I'm in no state to help anybody.
Right.
Like, you asking a piece of wood to help you in your time of need. Please, piece of wood, give me some money.
Negro, how?
You worshiping the wind. Wind, toss some money my way.
Negro, how?
Like, what's it called? The STD problem in the Bronx. How do we get rid of this problem? The Most High gave us solutions, but keep going.
Come. Verse 17. Then maketh he prayer for his goods, for his wife and children, and is not ashamed to speak to that which had no life.
Yeah, he doesn't see himself as stupid by propping himself up as God. Donald Trump does not think he's an idiot. Donald Trump. Okay, you have to understand, I'm familiar with marketing, door-to-door marketing. Everything Donald Trump does is door-to-door marketing. Like, he's a salesman. Donald Trump really believes his own hype. I know that's not a news flash, but he truly believes what he's getting himself into to a point. Unless the truth's further than this. That's why he cursed out Iran a few days ago. Like, yo, open up the effing straight. Praise to Allah. That was funny. Keep going.
Come. Verse 18. For help he calleth upon that which is weak. For life, pray to that which is dead. For aid. Hunger.
Now understand, his ally. His ally is a coward. Best way to put it. His ally is a coward that he bankrolls. Understand. We pay for the Iron Dome. We pay for their military. Understand, the Jewish community in Israel is just as broke and messed up as the Jewish community in America. Understand, you know what's so messed up? Kurds don't have to go to war. I didn't know that. Yeah, Kurds are exemplified from war. They make the non-religious Israelis go to war. Right. If you got the Kurds and you go to the school, nah, that's my life. That's my contribution. First off, that's against Torah.
Yeah.
Every able-bodied male is supposed to serve in the military. But yeah, they don't. If you're an Israeli, you need to get out that military until they start making them serve. Y'all want to read things out the goddamn, what's it called? Out the goddamn. See, that's our problem. Y'all in that Talmud too much.
Right.
Y'all need to get in the Torah. And that's how they get away with it. Because remember, they're secular, quote unquote. They don't keep the law. They just, oh, I'm Jewish. I'll come back to my cultural heritage. But you're over there having gay parades. Right? When you question like who in Israel is going to the gay parade, that's how they're able to do it. Because we're not going to do the fighting. So yes, we will allow a group of like basically sinners to be the base of the populace so they can be our fighting force. And that's Shalom, Mike, how you doing? Okay. And let them be the fighting force. Right? That's how they do it. Like your enemy is a coward.
Insane.
like I did not know that. I literally thought the curly hats is somewhere involved in there, like in the military. Yeah, no. Keep going. Wait. Okay, Con, keep going. For life?
Salaki. For life, pray to that which is dead. For aid, humbly beseech that which had least means to help. And for a good journey, he asketh of that which cannot set a foot forward. Verse 19. And for gaining and getting, and for good source, Salaki, and for good success of his hands, asketh abilities to do of him that is most
unable.
Salaki, unable to do anything.
That's how simple worshiping and putting up an idol is. Donald Trump hurt MAGA.
Yeah. Donald
Trump promised these people, we're not going into a war. Afghanistan was trash. Like that would have never happened with me. Straight up. Now, 20% of the world's oil is on lockdown.
Yeah. I see Salaki.
And it's so bad, he had to go in with it. Khan, what you gonna say?
Oh, no, Salaki, sir, if I may. Yeah, come on. Salaki, sir, if I may, I seen gas prices going up tremendously. I seen a regular $4.29.
Oh, yeah.
$4.29.
Yeah.
And I don't even drive anymore. Spooky. Salaki. I hope you don't drive a V8.
Now listen, like this is the important part. Like he's making himself out to be a god and trying to put himself and here's the thing, he's losing support very fast.
Right. Because
people are very unfounded by what's going on and him being a puppet to our oppressor, the so-called Jewish man. Okay, what you have to understand is Esau does not like Amalek because Amalek is their landlord. Nobody likes their landlord. You understand?
Right.
So for that reason, that's why they get the treatment they do. Give me 14-1. How you doing, brother? Everything's well? Shalom.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 1. Again, one preparing himself to sail and about to pass through the raging waves, calleth upon a piece of wood more rotten than the vessel that carrieth him.
You know how stupid that sounds? You're going to believe in some piece of wood your great granddaddy either created, bought, or had commissioned, instead of the brand new boat you're literally selling on. Keep going.
Come, verse 2. For verily desire of gain
devised that.
Huh?
Devised.
Salaki, devised that, and the workman built it by his skill.
Somebody said, I'm getting an idiot to buy this. Donald Trump. No. Understand. Donald Trump's not the idiot. Somebody's the guy who said. Donald Trump is the guy who said. Don't Donald Trump got everything and sells out immediately? Hold on. Where's Alexa? Is Alexa on?
Yeah, counselor.
Alexa. Alexa.
Yeah, yeah. Sloppy. The light was on. Sloppy.
Alexa?
Nah, she's not on.
She's out?
Yeah, counselor.
God. What dumb things has Donald Trump put his name on since being president?
It's not going to give it to you like that. I should say like what products.
A Trump Bible. Arc de Trump. Yeah. With that Trump Bible. There is a Trump Bible. Okay? Understand, this has less to do with him wanting to be a god and more about him putting himself back on the pedestal. Because MAGA is very tight. How is a red state about to go broke when the second coming of Jesus is in the White House? You realize that, right?
Right.
A red state is going broke while the second coming of Jesus is in the White House.
Questions?
Shalom, true supreme. Okay, keep going. Verse 14.
Come. Verse 14.
Verse 3. No, verse 3. Yeah, chapter 14.
So chapter 14, verse 3. But thou providence, O Father, govern it, for thou hast made a way in the sea and a safe path in the waves. Verse 4. Showing that thou can't save from all danger, yea, though a man went to sea without ark.
What is this talking about? God is the reason you survive. A man who doesn't know how to navigate at all can survive if God allows it. And this is what Solomon is trying to get people to understand. Right? That's good enough. For being mortal. Now, drop that. We're going to go in Daniel, the first chapter. Everybody knows this story.
Coffee. Read these. The middle ones. Read them. We got labels on them.
You ready? You got it?
Yeah, count.
Give me verse 1.
This book of Daniel, chapter 1, verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of
Jehoiakim,
king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it.
Now drop down to verse 3.
Verse 3. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of eunuchs, that he should
the eunuchs.
Master
of the eunuchs.
Eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed, and of the princes.
Right, keep going.
Verse 4. Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom.
Right.
And cunning in knowledge,
right,
and understanding science,
right,
and which as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans.
Right. Now, so what you're understanding is what you're getting in here is this is how Daniel and the others got into. Yes, two's good. This is how Daniel and the others, his friends, got into Babylon and got into their high positions. Let this be a lesson to you. I remember Jeremiah Hyman brought this up. There is such thing as a good, I'm going to use the word he used, good slave master. He used the word good. I prefer wise. Why, yeah, John, you good. Why do I say wise? You want to take a crack, Bam? A wise slave master.
Well, because you're utilizing them into a way where they're not abused and beaten to the dust so that you can further your agenda.
I mean, yes, but you're not getting it exactly. You're using them, but why? Okay, I could just not beat them. They work on the field and I could not beat them.
All right.
What's wise about this?
It can stop an uproar.
Wow, no.
Oh, fresh out, so it's locked.
Okay, did anybody get their eyes burned out?
Nah.
Why? Why would I reference that? What happened to us here?
An abundance of atrocity.
No, but as far as eyes.
Like physical eyes?
Yeah, like your eyes being burned out.
Yeah, we had our eyes.
But why?
Out, you know, for looking at or allegedly looking at the oppressors, women.
No, okay. Think about what we're talking about, the subject matter. Why would we have our eyes burned out?
For reading. And
so
yeah.
A stupid oppressor wouldn't allow his slaves to read.
Right.
But a wise oppressor who understands this is an ex-world superpower.
Mm.
This isn't a bunch of country bumpkins I'm taking. Yeah, they can go into the field. That's where they belong. This is an ex-world superpower with a seriously fearful military. Educate them. Don't just put them in a. The white man was an idiot. Our oppressor was an idiot in his treatment of us, and literally just putting every last black person off a plantation. Now, I'm a fair person. I'm gonna be honest. They weren't wrong. I say this from the standpoint of when you get into American history, directly after the Civil War, Congress was almost half black. Understand, no one was more shocked at this than the North. They came in. I'm sorry, sir. What are you sitting? I'm the new congressman for Kentucky. Wait, what? Yeah. Y'all found enough niggers to vote in the state of Kentucky and get a white man to lose his. Yes. And then all the Southerners who still had their seats were looking at them like, you stupid mother. I told you this would happen. Because during the entire abolitionist movement, all the South was saying is, if you let this get an inch, they will take over the whole country. Right? They feared this. Now, our oppressor at one point was a little smart, sort of. The Romans, possibly learning from the Greeks, just gave us the country. That's why a lot of historians get mad at a lot of people get mad at historians when they tell you, no, at a certain point, Rome was a very black place. And they like go and tell you, no. Black people didn't take over Rome. It was just white people gave them the infrastructure to run. Meaning, okay, yeah, I would like to enjoy my wealth and vacation in Cabo and then not even go home. I'll just go to my beach, my house in Aspen. Then from there, I'll go to Hawaii. Then I'll speak a week in Bora Bora. And my family runs all of Baltimore. I'm a white man. But some black lady can be the mayor. Some black guy can be the governor of Maryland. That's what happened to Rome. But eventually, although the United States dollar came to play. Now you're stuck in Bora Bora with all the locals. But guess what? I'm still the mayor of Boston. And that's how the Dark Ages became. Right? Now, keep going.
The verse,
verse 5.
come, verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might
stand before king.
They might stand before the king. Verse 6.
Yeah.
Now among these were the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah.
Hananiah, that's probably the Most High is with us. The Most High is here, more accurately.
Come. Mishael and Azariah.
Right.
Verse 7. Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs.
Okay, stop. No. Oh, Salakia. Now drop down. Salakia. Let me just make sure I pull up. Anybody got any questions so far? Yes, Connor.
I wanted to ask you, what period of time we are talking about throughout the Dark Ages?
The period of the Dark Ages would be, what is that? The fall of Rome in about 427 AD, all the way to approximately, I like to use about 1492 to be a little more, what's it called? Because that is a 1,000-year period, exactly, just so to speak. So that's what I would call the Dark Ages, about 427 to about 1492. Come. Okay. Come. Let me get Daniel's 3 and 12.
It's the book of Daniel.
Wait, Salakia. Give me, start at verse 3. Start at verse 1. Salakia.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 80 cubits, and breadth thereof 6 cubits.
Right.
He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon.
Right.
Verse 2. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, sent.
Salakia, verse 4. Come.
Verse 4, sir?
Yeah.
Come. Verse 4. Then and Herod cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages. Verse 5. That at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, pasletry, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Right.
Verse 6. And whoso falleth not down and worship, shall thou same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Right. Now drop that. Give me the last verse of the Bible. Revelations. You got to understand. Last verse, chapter Revelations 22. The last chapter. I want to say. Oh. 22. Give me verse 14.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Right.
Verse 15. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers.
Yeah. Keep going.
And murderers.
Keep going.
And idolaters.
And what?
And idolaters.
And what?
And idolaters.
Yeah, you are no better than a drug dealer in the eyes of God. You're no better than a crack dealer if you worship Allah.
Right.
You're no better than a heathen if you worship Allah. You are no better than a pimp and a murderer. Like if you Jeffrey Dahmer did nothing by turning to Christ. Did you ever see that video?
Nah,
I didn't even know that about that until like he literally sat there and tried to like I used to think that people were like just clumps of cells, and now I see that's not the truth anymore. So
yes.
Yeah, that's stupidity. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, you ain't putting no cream?
Yeah. You want cream?
No, it's all good. Yeah, count. Yeah. And whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Keep going.
Come, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie, verse 16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the church.
Well, whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Y'all love Donald Trump. That man is a liar.
Right.
Donald Trump is a big liar. Right? He's the biggest liar ever. Okay? I mean, the Epstein files alone. Understand, Jeffrey Epstein, I gotta find what's called for General Bahayman, but Jeffrey Epstein dressed up as Jesus and did unseemly things with the little girl. The little girl's dead. No. And we know about it not because it came out, not because of the investigation. He was laughing about it in his emails. We know about it because this bastard was so flagrant with his evil, he laughed about it in private emails. Understand, I just got to point this out there. This is my first time that I've been able to really speak on the Epstein files since I've been away, fighting the devil. Don't ever forget when you hear the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge stuff on the Epstein files. Those are white children we're talking about.
Right.
Like, don't ever forget, every time you see the look of disgust in our eyes, we're disgusted at the actions that happen to white children. Because their race matters not to us. This is the last place you'd expect to hear that, right? We do not care about the race of rape victims. We don't care about the race of any victim.
Right.
You are a victim. So long as it goes against the laws of our ancestors, you are a victim. And that brother deserves that bastard deserves every piece of destruction that he receives in the reincarnation. Kyle, what you got to say?
And what you're saying is so heavy because that's going to go over a lot of people's head. Like, we don't care about that because that's just so immoral. We wouldn't even wish that for anybody.
Forget
you know what I'm saying? Like we that's just like that's why we have to govern the earth. Right. Because you that sick that you would laugh at something like that. You have to be eliminated. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? We abide by the laws of the land. But the Lord has to cleanse this place and put us in a position to where stuff like this is not gonna be tolerated. You know what I'm saying? Are you?
And understand, nobody's been to jail. Understand, the president is in a dress sitting in this man's house. There's a picture. There's a blown up picture of the president of the United States in a blue dress, woman's dress, in this man's house. And he gets to laugh when asked about it. So what's up with you in the dress? That's not a These are who you worship. Our people chose to worship Bill Clinton, and he got us the Crown Bill. Y'all chose to worship Donald Trump, and now Nebraska's bankrupt. You're in a war that's costing you a fifth of the world's oil. God only knows what's worse. And understand, we're not even halfway through year 2. With that, I pass the class over to Police and Officer Yatsar.
Bishop, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Now, Bishop, at my job, which means to stand. individual Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh Bashem Yah Shabbat.
We're going to salute the sisters who may be watching. The individual Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh Shemal Latham Bashem Yah Shah.
Yajmata, dismiss.
No, sorry.